What's up, you guys? I am Melinda J, and welcome back to the Honey Soul Child Bottega channel. And I am here to do of course, a full moon breakdown analysis that is coming up on the 9th of this month. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So, the moon card, the full moon in Aries, and the Moonology manifestation oracle cards is talking about pull your emotions as the focus. And you see all that fiery red energy. It is giving grounding energy due to the fact that red is associated with not only love, but also with getting yourself grounded at the earth. And you can see the animal is like definitely getting grounded or just sitting back, resting, and tuning itself and getting into alignment and centering itself with Mother Earth herself. All right, so the full moon in Aries, before I go into presentation mode, it says you're in the middle of an argument or perhaps in the mood to pick an argument. Surely not. Or are you being overly forward? This is a time of heated emotions and frayed tempers. Anger is better despair, as Abraham Hicks taught us, because anger spurs us on to doing something, but you may get better results if you master your emotions. Certainly avoid stirring the pot, or it could boil over. Cooling your emotions and being the peacemaker means you'll attract more peaceful outcome. So it's basically saying for this full moon that's approaching in a couple of days, cool it now. You got to cool it now. Ooh, watch out. You're gonna lose control. That. So it's basically mastering your emotions. If you're the typical person that will just act out of repulsiveness, with the fire signs, they do act on impulse and instinct as well. You can utilize this energy for the full moon to be strategic in handling your emotion and mastering your emotions. So the balance, manifesting balance for this card, it says seek a balance between you, and me. And manifest the mindset for this card also says there's no point in pretending that you don't have intense feelings, as this blocks your manifesting powers. You need to work through your feelings by thinking of people involved or forgiving yourself. Basically, with this is talking about stop pretending that you don't have passion, expressing your feelings. And also, because when you block yourself from expressing yourself in a passionate manner, it could block the solar plexus chakra, because the solar plexus deals with the I can effect, that the willpower, the determination, the courage to act on the energy. So, which that will be explained later on in the presentation. And your manifesting affirmation for this card, it says, out of this, only good will come. The best time to work for on this magic is if the moon is in Aries, such as like a full moon, a first quarter moon, last quarter moon, or even a new moon, as well as on a Tuesday, which is Mars Day, or during Mars hour. Let's see, anything else I can read up on here. If you have an essential oil angelica, you can use it in your diffuser, or if you have an incense in angelica, you can use that as well, because that is associated with the full moon in Aries. Yeah, it's associated with the full moon in Aries card. So again, just take a good look at this card and envision yourself mastering your emotions within this full moon. And since we have came out of retrograde, that's fine and dandy and all. However, there is going Mercury is going to go in retrograde at the end of the month on the 30th to be exact. So just be on the lookout for any outbursts, picking conversation and so forth and so on. We're seeing it day in, day out, whether it's with you, between you and your family members, or with these darn celebrities, as well as national and global things happening in regards to the emotions are running high, it's running flare. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the presentation. All right, the full moon in Aries, and I'm like right here in the corner, y'all, so let's go. Again, we're going to be discussing the basic info, the sign of the full moon, as well as more information associated with the sign or anything else that I feel free to put in, as well as the aspects. Now, the basic info we have, of course, if you haven't known already, if you're new to the channel, full moons are all about seeing wishes unfold from being sown. In other words, your wish, the seed that you have planted before in the new moon, it is now unfolding when the new moon arrives, okay? Whether it's this full moon or a couple more full moons. But basically, that's what the full moon energy is all about. The day that it falls on is on the 9th of this month. And quick tidbit, y'all. If I can recall, the full moon that was in Pisces for last month, it was on the 10th of the 9th month, and now it is on the 9th day of the 10th month. I thought that was so cute. I thought that was very, how should I say, reflective of it all. So yeah, that's just a quick fun fact. So the numbers being broken down to the number 7 deals with reflection, being inspired, taking action, and working with magic, whether it's good or bad, but we're on the good side over here on this channel. All right, and the day that it falls on, again, it falls on the Sunday, which is associated with Sun, Leo energy. And the Leo energy is basically generous, showy, dramatic, creative, leader, egotistical, fun-loving. The purpose of Sundays, though, is to focus on what matters. Preparing yourself for another week to start, so to speak, because this is where you're going to give thought and what you're going to expand your mind, whether it's with education or investing wisely, or just simply doing a strategy plan for the next upcoming week. So the week really starts on Sunday instead of Monday, but it ain't my business, even though it is our business. Now, the sign that it is in, the full moon to be exact, is in Aries, as explained before. The phrase associated with Aries is I am, because it is the first zodiac sign in the astrological calendar, as well as with it being the first sign, it is dealing with the self, and that is explained down here at the bottom. So due to the fact that Aries is a fire signs are impulsive, inspirational, enthusiastic, intuitive, and energetic. All signs are intuitive in their own little way. It's just with the fire signs, they act on instinct, like I stated before. And then the Aries sign is a cardinal sign, so it is the beginning of a season, the beginning of spring, as we all famously know as spring cleaning, when we do in between January and March, so to speak. but really you can magnify that energy when the calendar really starts, which is in Aries season. As well as with the cardinal signs, they are active, energetic, dynamic, initiating, and thrives on crisis. So with the Aries being the first sign, they take on that leadership role. They take on that pioneer, initiating action, very energetic, very active, assertive, because again, we're floating towards the planet ruler that Aries is associated with, which is Mars, that deals with aggressiveness, being assertive, being initiative, being independent, being pioneering, being in competition, because Mars is very competitive. So with that being the way it is, that's where Tuesday comes into play in magnifying this energy. When it comes to Aries action, will be associated with the day Tuesday. And then the natural house ruler is the first house, because it is the first astrological sign. And the phrase associated with the first house is I am again. So it brings about self-awareness as well as appearance and outward personality. The solar plexus chakra is associated with the Aries sign. So that's where that I can energy come into play, because the solar plexus chakra deals with the inner peace, personal power, self-confidence, self-worth, self-acceptance. You get the repetitiveness. You get the repetitiveness, the synchronicity of self. So this is a time where you need to step in your power, your own power as your own individual self. Okay, so you can be able to create whatever you want to bring into reality, and trusting and accepting your gut feeling whenever you are feeling like you need some sort of guidance. That's when that solar plexus come into play, of the physical intuition. You having that gut feeling, whether you're having butterflies or you just feeling a little wheezy, nauseated, because either you're around the person or just around the situation or in a room filled with people, and you absorbing those energies to where you're either feeling butterflies because you're nervous, or you're feeling unsure about the environment, and you just want to take a couple steps back and observe because you don't like what you're feeling right now. That's the physical aspect of the intuition. The spiritual aspect is right here in this third eye section, where you're not physically seeing from your eyes, you're seeing from your spiritual eye. All right. Now, the polarity associated with the Aries sign is the yang polarities. I'm talking about the yin and yang for those who are new here. The yin is with the earth and water signs, and the yang is with the fire and air signs. Since we're dealing with the fire sign for the full moon cycle, we're dealing with extroverted, outgoing, and assertiveness energy. Hence, that's why ironically and coincidentally, it fell on a Sunday, because the sun is associated with the Leo energy, being outgoing, being extroverting, dramatic to some aspects, fun-loving, but also, just being within, knowing your self-worth, to be exact. So that's why I come with this affirmation for you all, if you want to utilize it, which is I am who I am. Get it? I am from the Aries, and I am with the first house, and I can with the solar plexus chakra phrase up here. I can manifest inner peace within me. So that's the affirmation that you all can repeat or just have in mind when it comes to this full moon energy. Now the aspects, not too many aspects from what I saw, but a couple that can be discussed here is the moon being in opposition with Libra. So again, this is what it looks like here. The moon is over here, the Aries symbol is here, and the moon is here as well as along with Chiron. This is Chiron that is currently in retrograde. And then this is Jupiter over here in Aries as well, that's still in retrograde as well, which that will be coming out of retrograde in Jupiter in around November 23rd. And then with this moon here and the sun symbol right here that's in Libra, that's that big thick line, right? That big thick red line. And then also flipping back, the moon is in opposition with Venus, that is also in Libra. So with that aspect there, so we have the moon here, and then Venus is right here in Libra. And with that being in opposition, because this is where the conjunction is here. They're showing emphasis if we were to dissect the sun or Libra, the Venus in Libra. So with your feelings and emotions being in opposition with not only your love life or your love language, as well as how you will present yourself in the outer world, this is the time more than ever to get clear on what you want, to weed out that no longer serves you, so you can be able to build yourself, build your confidence and your self-worth and your inner peace to where you can stand in your own authentic self and in your own truth. And then also the other aspect, we have the Saturn sextiling, well, the moon sextiling with Saturn that is still in Aquarius and retrograde. So with that, it brings a harmonious aspect, giving people emotional stability. So that's a very good aspect. So at that time, when the 9th comes around, Jupiter will still be in retrograde, and that will end around November 23rd. And then Saturn will be in retrograde still until the 23rd of this month. And then Uranus, and we're still in retrograde until next year, until the beginning of next year, as well as Neptune will be getting out of that. I believe I put December, if I'm not mistaken, but I'll put it in the notes once I get clarification, because I scribbled when it came to this notes. And then and luckily around that time, I think we're just coming out of, again, with Mercury retrograde, so that's good. However, again, oh yeah, we came out of Pluto retrograde, which will be ending on tomorrow. I'm recording this Friday on the 7th. So we'll be coming out of retrograde in Pluto, that's in Capricorn, on the 8th of this month. So that'll be good. And then, however, like I said, we need to be on the lookout for Mars because it will be going into retrograde at the end of this month, the 30th to be exact. So that's why it is important to cool your emotions, to master your emotions and not act on impulsiveness. All right. So without further ado, do I want to pull on the card right quick? I don't even have it with me right now, but yes, that concludes the dissecting portion of the full moon in Aries. Let me see if I could pull a inspiration card here. Let's do an inspiration card. Let's pull an inspiration card, please. Okay, see which one comes out. Okay, 2 inspiration cards come out. Let's see which one suits the best. Choose one part of you or yourself that you focus on elevated. Make a list of 5 blessings in your life. Add it once a week. And okay, so let's see. And elevated. Okay, this is very appropriate for this one, for this occasion. So let me go ahead and stop sharing. And the inspiration for this full moon is choose one part of yourself that you don't normally focus on and elevate it. And then at the top it says the greatest tool of self-love is self-awareness. Once you truly know yourself, love is the only option. And that is by Veronica Tugaliva. Here we go. So this is the card right here. Very appropriate for this occasion. So utilize that energy, and that way you can not only show yourself love and compassion, but you can also show others the same love and compassion as well. Because why? You treat others the way you want to be treated. As long as you treat yourself in a respectable manner and loving on yourself, then others will continue to follow and gravitate that energy from you. All right. So without further ado, that definitely concludes the video. I thank you all for tuning in, watching this dissecting of the energies of the full moon. I was about to say new moon in Aries. And be sure to comment down below of your thoughts and opinions about this dissection. And if you are feeling those energies now, because you can start feeling the energies of certain moon phases before the moon phase actually occurs. So comment down below if you have. If not, that's fine. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the video if you haven't done so already. I really appreciate those who have subscribed so far. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And also hit that notification bell so you'll know the next time I upload a video. And don't forget to share the video as well, so we can all each one teach one. And as always, remember to love thyself, know thyself, soothe thyself, so you can heal thyself. And guess what? That merch is on my website, so check that out. Just just scan the QR code at the end of this video, or you can click the link in the description and it'll take you right onto it so you can make those purchases. I do have a coupon going on. Just type in the word gratitude for 10% off. And that is that on that. But otherwise, I thank you all, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.